So you heard about the Legacy Builders program, you're checking out reviews, and you want to know, could this be something you would consider? I wanted to give a review. This is a faceless video, but I'll show you who I am. My name is James. I'm a dad. There's me. There's my daughter, Milani, in Central Park, right? I live in New York City. I got into digital marketing because I just wanted to provide a better lifestyle for my family. My last 9 to 5 job, I made less than $2,000 a month. I thought I was going to do music. Life happens. But anyway, guys, thanks to digital marketing, this is a field where you've already seen Legacy Builder program videos. So I'm not going to try to hype anything up. Working online, you get to employ yourself. Anytime you make sales, you make money, right? So it's all about learning how to make sales. And this program, they teach us how to attract our perfect customer. So you've probably seen that quote, I didn't come from a rich family, so a rich family has to come from me. That's how I feel. Now, thanks to the Legacy Builders program, some of my personal results, by following the guidance, I was able to make $30,600 in 90 days. And comparing that to my old 9 to 5, I used to get paid $1,600 a month. I used to get paid $22,000 a year. And on the weekends, I worked 8-hour shifts. So I was never around my family ever on the weekends. By the time I got home, I was drained. I used to love making music. By the time I got home, sometimes I didn't even really want to do music. So I know how it is if you work a job and you want to do something else, and then by the time you get home, it kind of drains you. So what I love about the Legacy Builders program is what we have called the 2-hour workday, where we learn how to knock out all of our income earning activities in just 2 hours a day. And then you have the other 22 hours to do whatever you want. So you can see here, $30,600 in 90 days. So I'm having success with this program as well. When I got started, the first thing is I went all in. I got started last year. So you see March 30th, 2024, I became a legacy builder a year ago. So as far as time, it lasted a year so far. And we have people in the community now getting positive results. I'm going to show you. But this video is for you if you want to know, like, all right, what do I really get? So I have some notes, all right? I'm going to try to make this video short, but I value your time. My goal is to help dads. I know how it is when you want to give your family the world, and these 9 to 5s can't really do it like that. If you had a way to make $900 a sale, picture 2 people buying from you in one day. That's a $1,800 day. And we have people having that happen. So this video is going to be also focused on the top legacy builder package. There's 4 income streams. So check it out and pick whatever's in your budget. But just for this video example, I'm going to stick to the top selling package. And that is the one that I got myself. So what do you get as a legacy builder to actually help you build a legacy? First, you get a done-for-you automated business that has 4 income streams. You don't have to create the products. You don't have to make the website, and you can have your website up and running within 24 hours. And here's my tip. How to make it easy is follow the step-by-step videos. So here's what I mean. I'm going to go to my back office. I'm going to go right here and log in so that I go to, you see when I click login from my email, you see, welcome to your digital dashboard. So since I'm a legacy builder, I'm going to just scroll down to the Legacy Builders 2.0. When you become a member, it's important to not skip the videos. I know how it feels when you want to make money fast and there's things you want to take care of in life. So you're like, yo, there's a lot of information, man. I'll get to it, but I got to get my system set up first. Start with where it says click here, get started, and watch the videos, right? But as you go through, you'll get to where you see your automated Freedom Machine website setup. You're going to get a share code where all you got to do is plug in the code and you get your pages. The marketing system that we use is System.io, and it's a free marketing system. You could use System.io for anything, and you could see it's an all-in-one marketing platform. So we use System.io. This is how you're able to have a free marketing system. The reason why you don't need to be tech savvy or make your own website is because, once again, once we give you that code, all you got to do is click on it, and then your System.io back office is going to have the pages where you automatically have the capture page. You see that, powered by System.io. This helps you build your email list. These pages were already tested, right? So let me get that zoom right. These pages are already tested to convert. So you got that. You'll have the presentation page, all of that already made. Now, this is what's going to take some time. You want to plug in your personal info, so your picture. I'll show you what I mean. Here's a portion of the website, right? I didn't have to make any of this. Look, see, powered by System.io. I just plugged in the code, but I did have to add my picture, which was easy. Look, there's my daughter, there's me, right? But I had to plug in my picture. And then with this program, anytime you get a customer, they don't pay the company, they pay you directly. So however you want to get paid, whatever payment processor you want to use, you can use that. Now, what I use for my business is I'm using PayPal, because System.io has PayPal as one of their payment processors in their back office. So you can get paid however you want. People are using Stripe, Square, Cash App. You have the freedom. I'm just using PayPal. So on my particular website, when somebody's getting started with me, let's say somebody wants the 900, right? This is what they'll see. So let me just do 900. This is what they'll see. When they're creating their account, they'll see where they fill in their info, and then they'll see payment information, PayPal. I've had a lot of people where they message me and they're like, yo, man, I want to get started with you, but I don't got PayPal. And you don't need PayPal. When you click here, you could pay with card, right? So you can see here, after you've covered that, there'll be a one-time $39 website fee. After you've paid that one-time website fee, you'll receive the welcome email where you're able to access your back office. So you don't need to have PayPal. It's just like that. Anytime you earn, it's instant pay. Here I'm inside of the community. These are just some of my testimonials. Look, July 3rd, $900 while hanging out with my wife. These are just random. Look, $300 at 2 a.m. That's what I love about an online business. Picture when you make that sale, because your customer pays you directly, you have access to your money right away. You could have a bill that you need to take care of tomorrow morning. And let's say you make a sale and it's like 2 a.m., right? You could have the money in your account at 2 a.m., pay that bill at 2:05 and be sleeping like a baby, right? Like, yo, it's taken care of, out of here. I love instant pay, right? I'm just scrolling through some of my testimonials. And I have pages, I have pages of testimonials. Look, $600 days, $100 while picking up my daughter from school, right? So you see that? Dad mode. Now, another reason why I talk about the $900 package is that if you are a provider, right? You see how I had $100 day while I was picking up my daughter from school? $100 is great, but come on now, if you're a dad and you're watching me, is $100, do you feel safe? If you only made $100 for the day, do you feel safe? Like, yo, I got my family with this. Now look, at a 900, this is just a random look, $900 ding on Winning Wednesday, boom, $900 right after going grocery shopping for my family. This program has everything you need to reach your first $10,000 to $100,000 and beyond. That was $900, and I'm using PayPal, right? So look, soon as I earn, look at that, at $4.59, look straight to my PayPal, $900. Now they do take a little processing fee, but that's instant pay. So when I made that sale at $4.59 and I got paid that money, I had it in my account right away. You don't know how good it feels to have an instant pay business in your portfolio, right? And I understand now, you're like, yo, for some people, they're like, man, 900 is a lot though. But if you're trying to do this to create a bigger life for yourself, your time and your energy and what you put your focus on, it matters. And you know what makes people burn out? When they put their time, energy, and focus on small commissions, and then you realize, man, I need to make so many sales. And as an example, even like you just saw when I showed you my $100 sale, right? If I was only promoting $100 business, for me to ever have a $900 day, I would have to get 9 customers in one day. I've been doing digital marketing for years. I've hit top earner leaderboards. The most sales I've ever made in a day so far, right? One of my best days was 5 sales in one day, right? 5, but not 9. So someone brand new is not making 9 sales in one day. You know what I'm saying? But look, just from one customer, $900. Here, this was me last year, right? Just personal experience, man. You wouldn't know because you didn't see it before. But these floors, right? In the past, me and my wife, we tried our best. It was like flood damage. So we tried to get some tile and hook up the floors ourselves with like white and black tile. It looked crazy, man. Thanks to this program, I was able to pay like the floor people $1,800 to fix all our floors, gave them a nice tip, and then we paid and bought like a nice couch. It's long, pause, but this is the boxes for the couches, right? So I fixed the floor. Look, I even said it. We got our new couches today. I made $12,600 plus the first month of launch. I got started as soon as it launched. And then I said, and $4,800 so far in May. Thanks to this program, I paid $1,800 to fix the floors in our house. And now we just got our new couches. This program has changed so many lives, and mine included. Now, back to just personal experience. You don't want to compare yourself to others. Yo, there's someone in this program who made $45,000 in 1 week. I would love to. Right? I'm going to keep working, but I'm super grateful for what I'm doing now. Right? Look at it like this. If you help just one person a week, $900 a week, there's 4 weeks in a month. That's an extra $3,600 from just one sale a week. What if you had one sale a day? So we get mentoring sessions. We have the classroom, right? Where you can, anything you want to learn, and it's in there. When the mentoring sessions happen, all you got to do is click on it and there'll be the Zoom link. And at the time of the Zoom, you just come in here, click on it, you're in there learning from people. Jessica is a beast, crushing the game. Crushing the game. Here's Jessica right here. Why would you want to listen to her? 3 days ago, $2,700 in one day. Yesterday, I made 3 legacy sales. This was more than my monthly salary at a job I had for 17 years. Thank you, Lord, for this program. $2,700. And this is why. Is it worth paying $900 one time and a $39 website fee and never having to pay again? And if you're just willing to stay committed long term, you don't need to get distracted by any other opportunity until you master the first one. When you can make $900 a sale, you can have 3 sales, $2,700. If you play small, name it. You got a $25 business, 3 sales, you just only made $75 that day. Oh, you got a $50 business, but you want to take care of your family with that? You made 3 sales, that's $150. That's good. But imagine making 3 sales and it's $2,700. That might be enough to last you the whole month. One day, and if you don't make a sale for the rest of the month, you still cool. You just pay all your rent or your mortgage. You pay all the bills. You stuff the refrigerator with food, and you can really chill and watch Netflix. You really got a chance to binge watch. You got a good week. You done bought your time back. with this kind of income. And then someone would be like, oh, but how do we? And then look, this is what we got to help you. You see how Jessica's doing that training? But look, I'll go in the community. If you're still here, I appreciate you. This shows you really wanted to see what's up with it. And man, I'm just being myself as I share. But look, classroom, let's go. How are we here to help? You just got to be willing to tap in. Look, Monday mentoring Zoom replays. In case you ever miss it, you click right there. Look, there's one with Amy. She's someone who was working 2 jobs and was able to quit her job, quit both of them, and she's now made over like $200,000, $300,000. She got 17 income streams, because this program teaches you, first, you're going to learn how to market and advertise and attract customers. And if you don't have a business, you promote the program, like resell it. Why? Look at all the training in here. You're not selling nothing. Look, isn't this a human? Isn't she talking for at least an hour 32? There's something in here. Resell this and get 100% profit. I treat the business like I made it, because you get 100% commissions. There's no one above you. So what do you mean? You make a sale, you get paid directly from your customer. If you got any close people that are down to ride with you and you want to check it out, tell one of them, yo, join me. I want to see what happens. And watch, when they pay you for that product package, they're paying you directly 100% of the money. I didn't have that. I had to go make my sales. People was treating me like, oh, you don't see me. Now they see me. So also, don't be afraid of starting your journey, because it's not going to be about trying to impress people. There's a bunch of strangers out there who need you. Your voice is what matters. Everybody that you see winning, we don't compete with each other, because we've learned that we're learning how to brand ourselves and we're learning how to incorporate our story. It's each of us are learning how to do our own thing. So here's Tony, right? He got started with me last year. This was his testimonial in May. $900 ding tonight. So that top package. I'm in shock. $10K for May. I did it. I made $900 while in vacation in Cancun. That sale put me at $10K so far for May. I'm so excited, y'all. I'm 60 years old and I'm not tech savvy. The most I've ever made online in 1 month is only $500. That's it. If I can do this, so can you. Here is my advice. Follow the process, not the money. If you focus on the process daily, the money will come. I absolutely love this community. Now, here's two keys that I have to bring up again. He struggled to ever make more than $500. Do you want to know why that is? If you play small and you're promoting little $50 businesses, and there's nothing wrong with it, but let's say you're trying to really create something like a $10,000 month, because it's possible. But like if you're promoting a $50 business, look, he would have had to make 10 sales to make $500. If he only made 10 sales at 900, that would have been 9,000, right? So you see, he made more than 10 sales. Look at that. Because it's not about the money. Look, this was me saying, so proud of you, Tony, big congrats. And you can see where he said, thanks, bro, for introducing me to this amazing program. And when I say it's not about the money, what I mean is think about like Android and iPhone. Like iPhone lovers, there's something like, I got an Android. I ain't come from a rich family. Like my quote said, a rich family comes from me. My wife and daughter got iPhones, right? But check it out. They know that an iPhone costs $1,000, right? And an Android costs like $200, $300, right? So why do they still say, oh, I want an iPhone? Because it's not about the money. It's what they want. So the same way I'm saying it that way, there's people out there who they want to be able to create a freedom lifestyle where they don't have to grind so hard. And then if you go in the community in these times now, the wins, look at that. Look at Kelly just 3 days ago, $110,000 since starting this journey in 2023. This community, this mentorship has been the biggest gift that I could have given myself when I was so broken and defeated and almost ready to give up, not believing that I can make money from home. I want to stop there and give you a shout out, Kelly. All right, guys. So I have my website link directly below. This is just on the consideration stage. No monthly fees. You don't got to make the product. Anytime you make a sale, you keep all the money, and they give you a high converting automated system to help you make sales on autopilot.